Did you hear Flau'jae just said on her podcast? She didn't just praise Stephanie White. She practically declared her love for the Indiana Fever. Johnson's words are sending shock waves through the WNBA, and fans are losing their minds. But here's where it gets really interesting. Johnson's not just talking about joining the Fever, she's talking about teaming up with none other than Caitlin Clark. Can you imagine the offensive firepower these two could bring together? The rest of the league better watch out because this duo could be unstoppable. Let's rewind a bit. Johnson has been lighting it up for LSU, averaging 24.5 points in her first 2 games. She's not just playing well, she's dominating. Here's where things get interesting. On her podcast, Johnson couldn't stop raving about Stephanie White and the Fever. She didn't just offer a few compliments, she went all in. Johnson said, but wait, it gets even better. Johnson went on to add more, dropping hints and building the excitement. She said, "Do you see what's happening here? Johnson isn't just praising White. She's hinting at a future with her, saying things like, I want to go where I like the people." Now, you might be thinking, so what? Players praise coaches all the time. But hold on, because there's more to this story. Johnson didn't just stop at words. She went and liked an Instagram post saying, "Indy on the map." That's right. She's out here dropping social media hints like breadcrumb. On her podcast, Johnson didn't just talk about White. She straight up said, "I think I like this for the Indiana Fever." Can you believe it? She's not even trying to hide her interest anymore. So what does all this mean? Well, Johnson's actions are fueling some serious speculation. Fans are going crazy thinking she might join the Fever in the future. Just imagine, Johnson suiting up in that Fever jersey ready to light up the scoreboard. It's not just a possibility anymore, it's starting to feel like a plan. But wait, because there's more to this story that'll make your jaw drop. Johnson's not just talking about joining any team, she's talking about teaming up with some serious talent. And when you hear who she might be playing with, you'll understand why everyone's losing their mind. Remember how the Fever struggled when Caitlin Clark hit the bench last season? Well, get ready for a game changer that could solve that problem and then some. You're probably wondering what Flau'jae has to do with all this. Let me break it down for you. Picture this, Johnson and Clark, 2 scoring machines on the same team. Clark's already lighting up the scoreboard for the Fever. But adding Johnson? That's like pouring jet fuel on an already raging fire. The rest of the league wouldn't know what hit them. Now you might be thinking, sure, they'd be great together, but how often would they actually play at the same time? Here's where it gets really interesting. When Clark needs to catch her breath, Johnson could step in and keep the offense rolling like a well-oiled machine. No more watching the scoreboard stall when Clark's on the bench. Can you imagine the headache this would give opposing coaches? They barely have time to breathe a sigh of relief when Clark sits down before Johnson comes in and starts lighting it up. It's like trying to put out one fire only to have another one start right behind you.